So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Watch me hit him with this 1-2 knockout KO. What is up, everybody? I don't know what was going on. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I pulled it together right at the end, like I do. We got it. And it is not going to stop the dope episode that we have for you guys today. I'm super excited about it. We have two ladies that I am very, very, very excited to have on the Unsung Hero edition because both of these ladies are people who scream motivation, scream empowerment, scream beauty just by walking into the door. No matter where they're at, they bring that presence with them. Both of them are very, very big parts of my life. So I'm excited to have them on the show and give them the recognition they deserve. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to bring them in right now, starting with Marie Edwards. What's up, Marie? Oh, your mic's muted. Okay, what's up, Marie? What is good?
Empowerment. Okay.
Yes.
What's up, Tony?
Deanna. What is up?
I'm here. What's up?
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Yes.
What's up, FiveStar?
There's a little bit of noise in the background. I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to make it work anyway. I'm going to try to do something really quick with this mic, but I had to go live because the timer says so. So we got to make it happen, and that's okay. We're going to keep it rolling. I'm going to try to switch the mic input right now and see if we can fix that. Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Everything is still kind of.
That's a static going on.
Can you hear me clear?
It sounds like somebody's chewing on
Someone like eating corn chips.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Hold on one second.
Is it only when you're moving?
No, hold on. So is it going away now? Are you hearing that on your mic, Deanna? No. Okay, so Marie, I think it's got something to do with your phone because right now you're muted and I'm not hearing anything. Can you hear me, Marie? Oh.
Log back in.
Yeah, try to log out, log back in. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not hearing it now either. Oh, I hear it. Nope. It's something. Yeah. Let's have you log out and log back in, and let's see if that fixes it. Sorry to all the viewers. It's all right. It's all good.
It's okay. Technical difficulties. It's cool.
Technical difficulties, and these ladies are women that are out there getting it. They both got families, so you can see they're both in their car, and that's okay. So yeah. All right, Deanna, do you have trouble hearing me at all? Am I crystal clear?
You're crystal clear.
Crystal
almost like
clear.
Your name was Crystal, but your name was...
Okay, good. And I'm gonna switch back over to the other mic.
But I don't like to be on screen, Tony.
I know.
Look,
Can you still hear me?
No, I just look at you even with the lip balm. It's just not helping. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. You look beautiful. It's all good. It's okay. So it definitely was something on Marie's phone end because we're not having that issue now. We're not getting the feedback that we was. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure what it was, but it's okay.
Yeah. Static. Don't start now. Won't be now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Get my camera back here rolling. There's the good camera. There we are. There's myself. I'm back. My mic and my stuff is all set up. I was disconnecting all my stuff to make sure it wasn't on my end, and it wasn't. Let's see if Marie can get back in here. Until then, Deanna Shores. Like I said before, I'm excited to have you on here. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself while we're waiting to see if we can get Marie back in here, okay? Who
Okay.
are you, Deanna Shores?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna give away my character name, but you may or may not be able to see me talking a little fly on in the FiveStar series. But other than that, I'm Deanna Shores. I am married to Terry Shores. I have 3 children. I live right outside of Middletown, but to me, I really like live, work, and play in Middletown. I serve and all of that kind of going on. So look, see, waving people sitting in the parking lot. At least I'm parked. I am parked. And
That's
on my
good.
seatbelt. Okay.
Okay.
And anyway, but I am the project coordinator for Coalition for a Healthy Middletown, which is a job I used to have a couple years ago, but I came back because I really wanted to serve the kids and be with the kids and make some moves. I'm really excited about the things you're doing, Tony. I mean, it's just exciting for the city, and I think that we can do some great things together with the kids. I also
Oh yeah.
coordinate case management for Access Counseling Services. I also teach college English, which is my natural is my trade. But I'm just a part timer, just an adjunct. So for Miami University, Middletown.
Man. So 2 jobs, full-time mom, active in your church, active in your community. I mean, that's a lot on your plate right there, right?
It is. It is.
That's a
It's a lot.
big old Thanksgiving plate right there.
Mom,
Okay.
yeah, that big Mama May with the big arms, like that's a big Mama. Yeah, what's it? But you know, Tony, I think what's important though is that if the plate is too exhausting or whatever, I'm sure I will have to make some difficult decisions to clear those things off. But as long as I feel like I'm in line with doing what I've been purposed to do or able to do, then I'll continue to do that and carry all those,
Mm-hmm.
juggle those plates and just get stronger and grow more hair. And maybe that's where my power is. I don't know. Maybe I'm like Samson. But what I love about what you're doing, Tony, is you are living your dreams, and that's the only thing with doing all this working. Sometimes that can sometimes get deferred.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking about it as delayed and not denied. So I got some other dreams and things too that I need to start carving out space for.
And I know you, and I know you'll make it happen. And I know you have a supporting husband that will help you along the way and
It's like
make
he's
that
a
happen.
superhero.
It
At
is
least
like he's a superhero.
partly. Yeah.
In case the viewers don't know, who we are speaking to right now is a beloved character in the FiveStar series. This is the person in the flesh that Agent D was spawned from. Deanna, Agent D, you bringing it together. Everybody bringing it together.
I am Agent
Strong,
D.
a strong African American woman in comic books who is a little sassy, but she keeps it all the way 100 with a big heart and keeps FiveStar in line. She doesn't have superpowers, so to say, but she keeps him in line and makes sure that the team is moving. And I love that about the character, and I love that about Deanna. She's somebody
And I'm
with
so
just
excited that you did that, Tony. I couldn't believe it. And you didn't just do it. You did it fast. I was just talking stuff a little bit, but I mean, you made it happen.
yeah.
And how exciting it feels like it's. I knew this was big, and I said I want to be ground zero. I want to be a part of this, and I'm so excited and so proud of you.
Well, I appreciate it, and Agent D brings so much to the table. She's a character that I feel like people are going to relate to the more they get to know her. And it's funny because your husband is one half of Kevin Terry, you know. And, people are wondering if there's going to be a little love story in there between Deanna and our Agent D and FiveStar. And I'm not going to give any spoilers away other than the fact that you never know.
I know
Right?
Agent D is a little flirtatious, but she better only
She
be flirting
is.
with half of FiveStar.
Yeah. She is a little flirtatious. And I wanted to bring you. You're always so humorous every time we link up. You're always so joyful. You're always just somebody who lights up the room, and I wanted that character to represent that. Um,
and I am honored. I'm really honored and excited. That this is, it was so I just couldn't believe it, and I just knew like Tony gets it done, and I am just super hyped for you. And I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm saying I was on ground zero because you are just going. You are already places, and you're going more places. So
I appreciate you, and you and your husband are definitely Terry Shores are definitely a part of that support circle for me. Since day one that I've met you, you guys have always been super supportive of everything I'm doing. So why wouldn't I represent the people that I love? And the big thing that I wanted to show in the project is strong unsung heroes. Kevin Terry represents the everyday person fighting in their community before he had superpowers. We lost you on the camera there. There we go. He brought you back. Before he had superpowers, he was somebody fighting in his community, just like you are, day in and day out. You're fighting for a community. Now, were you born and raised in Middletown?
I was not, Tony. I actually was born and raised in a small city. Really, it's not even a city; it's a village in Cincinnati called Wyoming. And then I moved a lot. I kind of say I'm from Wyoming because that's where I stayed most of my formative years. We moved to Middletown. My dad's a mortician. He's retired now, but he moved here to run the funeral home here. And so I was in seventh grade, and then I really missed being near home. So
Mm-hmm.
I went back and I ended up living with an aunt in Glendale. So I graduated from Princeton School, but I
Okay.
did go to Middletown for a couple years, and that's where I met Marie. I met
Okay.
Marie. She was a weirdo like me, so we just kind of clicked and tore holes in our jeans. We're a bunch of little weirdos. I played the viola when I moved here, and I used to talk like, "Oh my God, I'm so sure." And then I met one of my other close friends, Dawn. She said, "When I met you, you had all your pre-sharpened pencils." I was like, "Can I have a pencil?" I was like, "Sure." That's 15. So that's the little stories they like to tell. And then one of my best girlfriends, Star. So we're all still friends.
That's beautiful.
Tia, Keitha, yeah. So those are some solid friendships. So even though I left, I made some
Hmm.
solid friendships before I went back to Princeton, and I was always back and forth. My
Yeah.
sisters were raised here. My sisters were pretty much raised here. They went all the way through, and
Right.
so that's
Yeah,
what
I
I got.
graduated with your younger sister, so I know. That's why I didn't know if you were born and raised here. I wasn't quite sure on that. So with the work that you do, you went to school, you got your degree, you could literally work in any city that you wanted to, right? Why Middletown?
Well, it's interesting the things you try to get away from and think that aren't for you. Some just call you back, and I had unfortunately I'd gone off to the Ohio State University. I graduated from high school early, and I left Ohio State with a tattoo. That was about it. No credits, no nothing, like just a tattoo. It's a nice tattoo, but that was it. So when I came back and started getting a job and working, I ended up getting married very young.
Hmm.
And I have a beautiful, wonderful senior at UC who's turning 22 next month. And but that didn't work out. That relationship didn't work out. So I knew I was going to need some level of support. So Middletown just made sense to come back here. My family was here. And then one day, you know what, Tony? I woke up and my car was getting repoed.
Mm.
And I was like, whoa. So I called my ex-husband, like, what's playing games, and it was kind of a mess. And there was little minor stuff going on, and I was just like, okay. So I said, you know what? I can either sit here and be sad, or I can get a ride to work. That same day, I applied to go to Miami University.
Man.
And so 6 years later and 2 degrees. So I got my undergrad at Miami, and then I went on to go to UD and get my master's. And while I was at UD, I said, I really want to go back to Miami. I really want to serve there. I love the community college and all of that. And so I came back, and that was that. And my son was being, at that point, very supported here. And it became, you become one with the city eventually. It was a tough city to crack if you're not from here.
Right.
It was tough, but my sisters had an easier time. Matter of fact, most people didn't even know about me. So they're like, oh, that's just well, because I'm much older than they are, and they have been here most of their lives. So, but now I'm just really, again, ironically, the older I get, the more dedicated. I still say I live in Middletown, even though I live like in Franklin on the outskirts. But again, I live, work, and play here, and I met my wonderful husband, who was born and raised in Middletown. I met him here, and now we have 2 lovely children, and we're raising our family. And I have Middletown middies. They're little middies. They go to the school in Middletown. So
I love it. I love how you took a negative, and you didn't just let that negative that day control your whole day. You didn't let that negative stop you right then and there. A lot of people at that moment could have been like, I'm not going to go into work today, or I'm going to just go ahead and quit my job since I can't go to work, or, this and that. But no, not you. You found a way to work. Not only did you find a way to work, you applied for college and said, you know what? Never again am I going to be in this, I'm not going to be in this situation. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to grind. And now look at you. Now you're in a place to where you can give so much back to others in a town, like Middletown, where like you said, if you're not from here, it, it is what it is. We all know it. I love Middletown, born and raised, but it's a place where people who are trying to give back, people who are trying to fight for the community, don't always get, love in return. They kind of get stubbornness, hard-headedness, in return, and it can be tough. That's why I think, people, like you, people like Marie, who was having some technical difficulties earlier on. She hasn't made it back in yet. And if she does it this time, we'll reschedule for another episode, and it'll be okay. But people like you, like Marie, like Terry, like Key, like Kevin, like Crystal, all people who have graduated. You could have went anywhere with your degrees, but you came here and you're fighting for a community that sometimes it's like, is it even fighting for themselves? I mean,
Tony. Tony.
I
gotta give you a trouble. Yeah. I mean, and you know what? It's human nature. We are limited to the world in which we're presented.
Yeah.
And I wish I could take credit for that, but actually, it's an awesome movie. If anybody ever gets a chance to, The Truman Show is a really good movie. If you've never seen it, it's an older film. Jim Carrey. It's like 20+ years old by now.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You haven't seen it? But you have to really watch it from a different lens of not just watching a Jim Carrey show, right? A movie. But the director in the movie, he starts to talk to Truman once Truman realizes what's going on, and he said, listen, you are limited to the world in which you are presented. And so I just always carried that with me. And even with raising my own children, I expand that world that they're presented every day. And expand, because anything can become the norm. And so what we have to do is guard ourselves, because it can happen to any of us. We're just picking on middle because we know about it. We live here. It's our city, and we can do that. Now, you can't talk about my mama, but I can talk about my mama, right?
Exactly.
But you are right. I mean, sometimes it does feel, and it's not always fighting other people. Sometimes you fight legislation. Sometimes you're fighting government because you're boots on the ground, and they don't really know maybe what's really going on. Sometimes you're fighting ignorance. Sometimes you're fighting injustice. Sometimes and then there's a lot of people though who work hard to really support the folks in the city and make it an awesome place to live, work, and play. We see our city is our time. I know it is. I've been trying to get back to the city, been trying to get a house in the city, can't find one. But I will continue again. Now, I do believe you should produce good fruit. So if you can't produce fruit anymore, then you have to start to maybe redirect your efforts. So
Yeah.
Until that time comes, then I'm still here with the crazy hair. And my friend said I just got new glasses. She said I look like Harry Potter.
No,
I said I like Harry Potter. So
nothing wrong with Harry Potter. No, there's nothing wrong with Harry Potter at all. But I don't think you're not giving off that Harry Potter vibe at all.
The Harry Potter vibe. Okay, so I don't have to go get me a wand.
No. You don't gotta go get you a wand. You're just fine.
I do like a good butter beer though. I'm not gonna lie. I do like a butter beer.
So, how important to you do you think now more than ever is it important for one to have strong leaders in a community, strong leaders that are minority in a community, and not only that, a strong female leader in the community? I mean, it's
tough. It's tough to be a strong, and I know everybody's gonna have an opinion about what I'm about to say. But let's even take Kamala Harris, our vice president. You can like her, not like her, whatever, but to get on the world stage and expose yourself as a black woman in the world,
right,
takes a lot of guts that some people don't have. And so I think it's very important that we continue, no matter what if you're a little young, beautiful, blonde girl, if you are a tall, redhead girl with freckles, if you are a young man whose beautiful skin is dark as night, if you are a biracial little kid with all these little cute little curls popping out your head, whatever you are, you see yourself.
Yes.
And you should see yourself as already has been. This is the number one issue we have. We don't respect people of color as contributors to society when that is the opposite of any truth. If you're not respected as a contributor and you don't see yourself as a contributor, well then that's where the problem starts. That gives you room for some issues to occur. Yeah. So not only am I not recognizing who I am, it gives you an identity crisis, really. And really that can go to dig deep into the spirit. So it's very pivotal that people see themselves, that some little crazy-haired, ashy-colored, today I'm ashy-colored, chubby, 8-year-old little girl, 9-year-old little girl, look and say, oh, wait a minute, she's out here.
Yes.
Just like some little brown skin, beautiful little girl with long locks ought to see herself. My mama's out here, right? And so
yes.
I'm saying you see yourself as a contributor, you identify as a contributor, and society has to identify you as a contributor. That's what changes the mindsets of people.
Yeah, I totally agree. Marie, welcome back.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, you sound so much better.
It's a lot clearer now. I'm not hearing the corn chips in the background. It's okay. It happens to all of us. It's all right.
I had to try to drive to a McDonald's for the free Wi-Fi.
I love it. You can see both of these ladies are in their cars right now because not only is their weeks jam-packed, their evenings are jam-packed, they're doing stuff on the weekends. They're both mothers, right? Yes. Full-time mothers.
Yes.
They're both wives, full-time wives. This is real life superheroes right here in the flesh, both of these ladies. Deanna got a chance to tell us a little bit about herself. Marie, who is just joining the party, can you please tell the viewers a little bit about yourself?
Yes, Marie Edwards, born and raised in Middletown. Proud to be 43 years young. I'm excited about that. I am a born-again believer, mother of 3 beautiful children, grandmother of 1 brand new baby boy. and proud wife of Key Edwards. I'm a servant here in Middletown. I love to pour into others and then also have put myself in the position to be poured into as well. I
Mm.
work for the Community Building Institute here in Middletown. And I'm also an associate pastor at Faith United and New Life Ministries.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, a lot.
Did y'all? Did everyone just hear that? Okay. We talked about Deanna with the big Thanksgiving plate. She's trying to balance all the sides on her plate. Marie's right there. She's right behind her. She's grabbing everything on her plate. The same thing that Deanna's. They both got full plates. I mean, that alone would
Yeah.
break most people. But to think, and not only, and I know both these ladies personally. Listen, they're both people who light up the room when they come in. Okay, are they? Do they have tired moments? I'm sure, but you would never see it talking to
But
either
but
one of these.
but I'll tell you know what I'll say this, Tony. It's important to be transparent. It's important to be transparent and to show our tired moments. Because
Yes.
if we're not transparent and show the fact that we do get tired, then people would think that we're always on. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And then that's setting unrealistic expectations. So
Right.
I do have my days where I'm not on. I do have my days where the attitude will flip like that. I do have my day. I'm serious.
And
I do
I
have my
know, I
days
know.
where my mind isn't focused, and I really want to walk around in my robe and my pajamas. I do have my days
And
where
she does. And she does. It looks a hot mess.
I mean, it's important to be authentic and to be transparent and to drop
Yeah.
our water line. Say, hey, yes, I love to be on point, but I'm human,
Mm. Yes.
and we cannot be on point at all times. We live in a society where everything has to be Instagram ready, and I
Mm-hmm.
I will admit I am not Instagram ready. Um, let's see, 75% of the time.
Oh, I don't know
So
about that. I don't know. I
we have
don't
to
know
be.
about that. I
I'm
just want to
never
say,
Instagram.
Deanna, I'm just happy that you agreed to be on camera, okay? Because I know
And her cute glasses.
you you dislike it, but I'm just saying I feel special because you agreed to go live with me. So I just want you to know that I'm gonna always love you even more just for the fact that you agreed to this because I know it's something you don't like to do. But I'm happy
Yeah,
you did it.
I'm actually
I'm
about to
proud of
hit
her.
this cam right here where it's just cut off.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do that. If you need to do that, it's okay. I'm gonna upload it to the podcast, and everybody's gonna hear your voice. So if you want to be off the camera, you can. But we love seeing your face.
Oh,
She's
thank
on.
Oh, she
Okay,
you.
did
just
it.
like that. Okay, that's all I had to
Stay
do.
safe. She
Yeah.
did it.
Okay,
You
I
should have
shouldn't
put
have
a
said
cute
that.
little emoji up there or something.
If I wouldn't have said that, she probably would have stayed on. But here
Right.
we go. It's
Right.
okay. It's all right. So we was just talking about, how important now is it more than ever for one to have strong leadership in your
Mm-hmm.
communities,
Mm-hmm.
strong minority leadership in your community,
Mm-hmm.
and strong female
Mm-hmm.
leadership in your community. I mean, what is that? You being a leader in your community, I mean, what is that? Is it more of a weight on your shoulders now more than ever? Or
I think that I think it's very important that everybody gets their footing, right? Because
mm-hmm.
we all have the responsibility, and we all have the ability to step up and lead, right?
Yeah.
Um, However, we have to look at how you want to lead and where are you going to lead people. You know,
Yes.
you have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that where you're going is in the right direction, and that you are going to have the right mindset, and you're going to have the shoulders that are broad enough, and you're going to be responsible to lead people in the right direction,
Yeah.
because people are looking to be led.
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people, are looking to take advantage of that, especially now. A lot of people are looking to take advantage of that. Anybody can pop up on social media. Anybody can pop up, anywhere, and say a couple of good things that
Mm-hmm.
will catch someone's attention, and then all of a sudden, wow, they're a leader. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But have we checked their characteristics? Have we checked, into who they really are?
Yes.
And are they really um and I really want to be careful with it, but are they really leading us to where, or leading you to where you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we just have to be really careful, because I mean there are wolves in sheep's clothing, and sometimes people don't. It's like the blind leading the blind. Sometimes people don't have direction,
Yeah.
and if there's no plan, then the people perish, right? If you
Mm.
don't have a direction to where you're going, then you're just going to be going in circles, and you don't want to lead anybody in circles. You don't want to follow anybody in circles. So you have to make sure that you have a goal of to where you're going to lead people to. And if that's just where you're going to lead them to, then you have to also be prepared to pass the baton to somebody else to say, "Hey, I was only supposed to lead to this point.
Mm.
I can only take you to this point. Now it's important for me to pass the baton to the younger generation, or to the next um, minority leader, or to the next female leader, or to somebody else, to take you to the next level." Because that's very important. A lot of times in leadership, there's a lot of egos, and
Yeah.
where the egos come in, we think that we have to do everything. Well, we're not equipped to do everything. That's why God created all of us to be different, right?
Mm. Yeah.
He put different characteristics and different gifts, and different abilities and talents in different people. And so we all can't do everything. And so that's why it's important to have different people around you, so you can glean off of them, so you can get some uh some great ideas off of them, and say, okay, let me pass something to you so you can take us to the next level. And I think that's very important, because sometimes people um want to hoard it all,
Mm.
want
Mm-hmm.
to hoard all the leadership, and they don't want to pass it on, pass the torch, or pass the baton on, to take, you know um for the next generation, or for the people to come up next and be elevated, and then you stay stagnant. So I think that's an important point to take. um
I love it. And I love the fact that right now you got that little bit of sun behind you
I
while
know I'm
you're just dropping that knowledge, and it's like you got a glow to you. And I hope the viewers are just really soaking this in, because you're dropping some knowledge right now, and I knew you would. I knew, this conversation would just be very enlightful. And we were talking about with Deanna, with the degree that you have, you could literally go anywhere that you wanted to, right?
yeah.
Um, the big thing with FiveStar, when I created the character, is I wanted to highlight unsung heroes fighting in their community, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
You grew up here, you were born and raised here. Um, why Middletown? Why would you come? That it's not always a receptive city all the time. And I can pick on Middletown because I'm born from Middletown too, and there's
Yeah.
a ton of cities like it. And I have nothing but love, like Deanna said, I have nothing but love for the city, but it's not always receptive to those who are trying to pour in to them.
Hmm.
You could go anywhere. Did you felt led to be here, back here in Middletown, fighting for your community?
Yes. Yes. I mean, I love the fact that I can go anywhere in my community, and somebody knows me,
Yeah.
and at the same time somebody can get to know me.
Mm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Somebody can know me and somebody can get to know me, and then we can connect and we can build community on that.
Yes.
This is a community that poured into me, that has loved me, that has elevated me, that has pushed me, and
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, there has been some times that has chastised me as well. So I've also grown from my community. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So I've fallen, scraped myself up here, and then I've also picked myself up
Yes. Yeah.
here. You know what I mean? And so it's also where family is. And the thing is, there's a million Middletowns. I don't know if
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
there there's a million Middletowns, and so you can go somewhere else and somebody can say, "Oh, I hate my city," or the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, if you don't change yourself, you can move somewhere else and carry your same issues with you.
Yes. Big.
You're
Yeah.
gonna carry your same issues with you. You know, a lot of people, they move to Atlanta, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people move to Atlanta, or you have people who want to make it big in the country music industry, and they'll move to Nashville, or people move to LA, or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll secretly move back home.
Yeah.
They'll secretly move back in the Butler County area, but will still have, like, but won't claim that they moved back home because it didn't work wherever they lived. And that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. Let's be transparent about it. Let's say, hey, that didn't work for me, but I always have a place to call home.
Yeah.
Why not be proud of the fact that you can always come home?
Yeah.
You,
I
you know,
agree. Yeah.
people, when they move to, I'm moving to, Atlanta, and they live on the outskirts, or and I'm like,
Man, I moved all the way to Franklin, man. I want to come home. I want to come home.
I mean, it really, like I said, it doesn't matter where you can make an impact wherever you are. And yes,
Yeah.
there are some things in Middletown where I've grown up here, and D, you've been here for a number of years, from your childhood to now. And
Oh, and
yes,
Marie, I
there
already
has,
told him a little bit about we were weirdos in middle school when I
With
met
your ripped jeans and you
Star.
hung out together and all that. Yeah.
yeah,
She told me. She
Black
told me.
Blossom, Black Blossom, and all that. It's all good. And gold teeth and all that.
Oh,
But
now,
Oh,
okay,
I ain't tell that part. I ain't tell that part.
okay, now, we need. Is there
from New
photo
York fashion,
evidence?
from New York
It
fashion.
was no phones and all Facebooks and all that back then.
Oh man, I would love to see. I would love to time travel and just be that little fly on the wall, just to see that. I would love to see that.
Man, no, you wouldn't. No, you
I would
wouldn't.
love to see that. So, a lot of people also, this is 5 Star Fridays.
Oh, we went
We
broke.
talked about what's up.
Go ahead, go
Deanna,
ahead.
was you
I'm
trying to
sorry.
say? Oh, okay. Um, we talked about Deanna having her character. Agent D is a character that's in the 5 Star series, but Marie also has a character in the 5 Star series. She is the sister of Kevin Terry, and she's had a few. She was in issue 1 at the very end. She was a little bit in issue 2 at the very end, and issue 4, we're really going to dive deep into the character, and she's going to play a supporting role for Kevin Terry because everybody needs that supportive circle. And both of these ladies have been a part of my supportive circle. I believe that as we travel in life, yes, we are the main characters of our stories, but there's people put in place to be our supportive cast, right? Every show that you watch, um, there's always the main character that you're supposed to love, but a lot of times we tend to fall in love with those side characters. of the story,
Mm-hmm.
who brings so much to that story. So it's just as much as I am the main character of my life, I am a supportive character at some capacity in Marie's life, the same that she is for me, and the same in Deanna's life. And I wanted to bring people in my life into my book, and Marie plays the part of Kevin Terry's sister, which I'm super excited about bringing
Right.
her more into the book for people can get to know the character of Marie Edwards, because she is such a strong and loving person, and she's had my back so many times um, when other people might have wrote me off, and she did not do that. She fought for me at one point, and I am forever grateful for that. So this is a superhero, themed podcast. So I have to ask the question, Marie
Yeah.
Edwards,
Yes.
do you have a favorite superhero?
Come on, man.
Let's hear it. Who is your favorite superhero?
Come on.
I I gotta know. The people gotta know.
Okay. So I will say probably from uh 1984 to probably like maybe like 92 or something like that. It was probably Wonder Woman, because every
Okay.
little girl loved Wonder Woman, and we all like had the little cuffs and everything and little underoos, right? But but come on, man. Black Panther,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Wakanda forever.
Deanna, who is your
Yes.
favorite superhero?
Now,
And I
growing up
know,
or
yeah,
now?
growing up, both.
Okay, well, growing up, I'm sorry. I did watch Wonder Woman, but I love Superman. I was so enthralled with Superman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
thought that was so awesome. And even though he wasn't seen as a superhero back then, the Incredible Hulk, man, that was my
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I definitely would say, because I watched Wonder Woman. I had the little dolls and stuff, and then I but I would have to say, I was always looking forward to a Superman movie or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me now, I think half of FiveStar is so off the hook. He is so fine and
Yeah, I
strong.
was wondering. Okay, I
Yeah,
was wondering.
he's so super.
Yeah.
He seemed like a real cool guy with some great abilities to go do some wreck some stuff up. I like that.
Okay. 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 I can see that. I can see why you would have that love there. The next question I got, and either one of you can answer first. What superpower would help you the most in the line of work that you do now? With everything you got, the full plate that you have. Now, like I said before, you guys are superheroes without superpowers, even though, time management to me would be considered a superpower. Anyway,
Yes.
uh, Deanna, Marie, if you had to pick one superpower now that would just help you tremendously with what you're already doing, what would it be? Oh, you're
The
both.
I'd be able to rob a bank and it
Oh,
not be bad. What?
what?
okay,
What?
What?
And it not be
okay.
bad. Maybe I would, because I'll be like, what's his name who gave back to the good, did the bad
Robin
stuff?
Hood.
Robin Hood.
Robin
Okay.
the Hood. Okay.
Robin the Hood. So I would
Okay.
go in and I'm not robbing. I'll be real nice. I won't kill anybody. I'll bring them lunch. I'll use
Yeah.
zip ties and instead of like, so, okay. No. Okay. So
What?
no.
Let's reel it back. We don't have a rewind, but let's
Okay,
let
let's roll it
let's
back.
pretend we
Okay, okay.
do. We
Then
can't cut anything.
I wish I could lay golden eggs. I guess my
What?
superpower would be laying golden eggs. No, okay, all
But
right.
because so you can take the golden eggs to the bank and cash it in for money.
Or would you just give it golden eggs to the people? Boop, golden egg for you. Bloop, golden egg for you.
Boop,
Bloop, bloop.
boop.
What it?
That's what.
I
Okay,
don't I don't know
okay.
what it's
Rewind it back. My point is
Okay.
this: everybody has great ideas. Everything is so wonderful, and this, that, and the other. The resources matter. So
Yeah.
I know what I'll do. I'll be able to cipher oil out of the earth with my magic tool
that comes out of my arm like Go Gadget, and it drills down in the and then it slurps up the oil.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
That's legal.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be invisible so I can do all
No.
that stuff, and y'all didn't know it was me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
We'll take any one of those. That's cool. Marie, what do you have?
Deanna will appreciate this one because she knows me so well. The ability to not sleep because I'm always taking a nap.
She love a good nap, and
Oh,
don't let her be cold and give her a nice sweater and a blanket. Ooh,
because then
Lord,
she's out.
she gone. She
Oh
gone.
my gosh.
And a
I
full
always
plate, and a plate that Big Mama made with the big arms. She want a plate and a nap.
Oh man,
Over.
it's
man. I like to eat. I like to eat. Superheroes, they need energy.
they gotta have energy.
Yes,
You can't.
yes.
Yeah.
But if I could go without
Yeah.
having to take a nap, yeah,
Yeah.
I would get it.
Now
And
let
that's
me
a
ask you:
yeah,
would you miss sleeping though? That feeling.
yeah. Because
I wouldn't.
you know what, I love this. When I wake up in the morning, the first
Hmm.
thing I think, I cannot wait to get back in my bed.
Oh, see, my body hurt when I be in the bed.
No,
I really do.
I gotta go with Marie on that one. I mean, there's
Sleep
something
is
about that
magical.
night that's magical. That nice night of sleep is magical. So I don't know if I'd ever want to lose the ability to wake up and have that just feeling of, man, I just got a nice sleep in.
You
So
need a cooling pillow top.
There
I
she go. There she go with the
A
cooling
cooling
pillows.
pillow
She should
top.
go work for them.
It feels so good. A cooling pillow.
she's selling that to the
Yeah,
viewers
she should
now.
go work for them. She love the cooling product. She bought me one.
So, like I was saying, both of you ladies fighting in your communities, doing all this stuff nonstop. And like you were saying, Marie, sometimes there is that moment of weakness or that moment where you're not feeling up to par. Do you like when people see you in that, you know, are they, I'm trying to word this the right way. Um, it seems like when people in leadership do have those moments of transparency or weakness, that's when people want to jump on them, or that's when you see, on social media, you see people attacking moments
Mm-hmm.
of weakness. Do
Mm-hmm.
you feel that happening? Do either one of you ever feel that happening to you? Do you feel like when you're in certain places, you have to be a certain way for that doesn't happen to you, or
I would think Marie probably feels more pressure being from here originally. I don't know, Marie. What would you say?
Um, I'll I can attest to that. Yeah, I'll have a transparent moment. I had a really rough winter. This winter was really rough for me.
Mm-hmm.
With COVID, um, everybody was locked up. I was
Mhm.
was locked up this past year. Um, seasonal affective disorder. Settled in with me. Um, there was a lot of um, trauma and just a lot of things that I experienced, and I had to shut down. I didn't realize what was going on,
Yeah,
but I had to shut down
Yeah.
um, because there were things that were just coming and coming, and then there was also a lot of chatter,
yeah,
and because when you are in a position of leadership, you're expected to always be on,
Mm-hmm.
and you're always called upon. And sometimes when you're called upon or you're pulled upon, you don't have anything to give. You're expected
hmm,
to give and you don't have anything because a lot of times as a leader, when you're pouring into other people, you have to be very strategic to ask other people to pour into you. And
yes,
if you
yeah,
don't have anyone pouring into you, or if you don't put yourself in a position and stop to receive when people are trying to pour into you. And that was one of my issues. I wouldn't stop to receive what people were trying to pour into me.
mm,
And so I, had to had to really stop and say, okay, you know what? All the chatter, all the voices, all the she's not doing this, or where's Marie? We haven't seen her, or this. I couldn't deal. I couldn't worry about that,
Mm.
because the thing is, if I didn't take care of myself, there wouldn't be a comeback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I wanted to continue doing what I love to do, and that's to serve people, then I had to retreat and be able to be refilled. And that's important for not just people in leadership, but for everybody.
Everyone. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
I would say I'm probably a little like I'm pretty okay with showing my crazy. Um and I'm an unstable person. But I will say I hold back. I'm pretty ignorant. I hold back on my ignorance because I feel the pressures of leadership and responsibility. So I'm probably really just I'm so glad I know the Lord and that my friends are people like Marie. You know, I'm because I'm probably like I'm really all over the place. I'm the artsy fartsy one. I'm the crazy one. I'm the turn up one. I'm the oh I can be by myself one. Like I'm a Gemini, all true and true. You know, I can do it all. So I'm like, hey, if you want to turn up, we can. You know, just turn the cameras off. You know,
Oh.
but then I can get right as soon as I know somebody watching. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, let's get it together. So I don't know. I feel it probably. I do think. I just think it's about decency and order and taking that time. I'm so proud of Marie to recognize that in herself and
Oh
take
yeah.
care of herself, and like she said, finding ways to accept people to do things for you or to compliment. Even this felt weird. Like, what you mean you want me to come on this show and talk about a hero? Like, what you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no hero, you know.
You are. You are.
And so those are things that do cross your mind. But I do think you do have a responsibility.
Yeah.
One to sometimes be transparent because that can save a life too when they know. Oh, well, wait a minute,
Yeah.
she ain't got it all together. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then, but sometimes also too, if you want to clown or whatever, showing restraint and being proper in certain, there's a lot of things that get us upset, and we're luckily to have safe spaces to talk about those things. So I do think there's a balance. You just have to strike a balance, especially when you're in leadership, especially with all these cameras and lights and action going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Real strong women here. Okay, viewers. And you know what? You guys want to know something crazy? And I feel bad about this. And I'm gonna have a transparent moment right now. This is the 12th episode, and you ladies are my first female guest. What?
Oh my word.
13 episodes, and you're my
Mm,
first
Are you
female
serious?
guest? Yes. What
Mm.
is
mm.
wrong with me?
That's
Well, good
What
thing we a lot of women, Tony. We might
I
make up
and
for
you know
about three
what?
right.
in our
And
I
you
had to
got
do
a
it.
daughter. And you
Yeah, I
got a
know.
daughter.
I know. But how powerful to not only have one, but two strong women, empowering, encouraging women on the show to do it right. I wish it would
And
have
we
been
black, so
more.
we're gonna give you like 4 points for that.
Okay, okay. Cool. I should have maybe thought about that going in, I it just dawned on me a couple days ago when I had all of my little flyers that I've had for all the guests, and I was like, whoa.
Well, we'll charge
Uh,
it to your brain and not your heart.
yes, charges to. I should have put you guys on episode 3 and booted Kevin this way,
He got a whole half of a comic book. We need to hear from him.
but in all
Don't you?
fairness, you guys did get the whole setup in its completeness.
See, that's
So
what you had to be ready for us. That's
I
what
had
it
to be
was.
ready. I
You
had
had
to
to be
be
ready.
ready for you guys.
I like
That's
it.
true.
We'll
I had
take
to
it.
be ready for you, and I gotta say, to be my first female guest on the show, it couldn't have gone better. It's exactly what I wanted. Encouragement, knowledge. You're breaking it down. You're doing exactly what I knew you would do. And if you read FiveStar, and you're like, man, I love this D character. She is just so her. You're seeing it right now. You got to witness the person, right? This is Deanna Shores, y'all,
And what did I tell you, Tony? And I said, and she got to be plus size, Tony.
and
Uh-huh.
And
And
I like
she is.
what you did. She cute. And the last time she got a little upgrade to the hairdo and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it. Well,
Yeah.
I had to get the I had to upgrade to the artist that could capture the likeness a little more,
Yeah.
and represent. And let's just be real, not all artists can draw African American
They
women
make
the
us
right
look a little
way.
gray. They make us look gray sometimes.
So I shout outs
Or
to
like
Fish.
this, like I got.
So shout out to Fish Lee for making that happen, who is also going to be the
Hey,
co-host. He's going to be the new co-host of Five Star Fridays with me, so I'm excited to bring him
Well,
on.
thank you, Fish.
awesome. Thank
Yes,
you.
and he captured the likeness. I'm excited to see what happens in both of your lives. I know that you're going to keep doing what you do and pouring into others, and I'm glad to hear that you're taking time for yourselves and still able to manage those full plates. Um, is there anything that you'd like to say before we go?
Thank you, Tony. It's been a privilege. I think Marie's stuck. She must that Wi-Fi ran out.
She must. I think the Wi-Fi ran out for
Well, she's
Marie.
praying. Are you praying?
She looks. She
Marie.
looks like she's sleeping on the camera. Yes,
She's praying.
the free Wi-Fi kicked her off.
Oh, I said, are you praying
She's
for us,
back.
Marie? You were stuck like this.
You were stuck.
I know. You guys were stuck too. I'm sorry.
Oh.
That's okay. Is there anything that you want to say before we get out? I know you have to pick your kids up from soccer. Is there anything that you wanted?
No, I just appreciate you having us on. I loved it. I'm sorry. I want to say I'm sorry to everybody that my internet on my phone. I gotta upgrade
That's okay.
my phone. See, that's one thing with being busy. You just like, no, if my phone still works, I don't have time to go 12 hours.
Oh, look at her. She's showing off. She's showing out.
Just did it.
She look at Marie's face. She's you almost had to look on your face like, how are we gonna be best friends and you didn't invite me to go get a phone with you?
And that's probably what she's thinking. Like, you ain't tell me you was getting a phone and a cute case.
That's the second new.
Oh, that's the last year. Hold on.
That's
well,
the second phone that she's
when
got.
you're married to the president, Terry Shores, the governor.
It's true.
You might get those kind of things.
No, you don't. Not unless you sneak.
Okay. So Marie, don't worry. We're not gonna blame you for having cricket. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
cricket or Metro?
I'm not. I
missed that cricket phone bill.
I'm not. Everybody who stuck in with us, thank you so much. I hope you got some knowledge. I hope you got to know these ladies and just really got to highlight the things that they're doing in the community. And we will catch you guys next Friday. We're gonna keep the ball rolling. Thanks everybody for joining in. We will catch y'all later.
Bye. Thank you, Tony.